Do I need to start all over? Okay. St. Paul is also known for the competition and events that they held each year, which is open for public. Some of them are St. Paul English Competition, where students can show their skills in English, St. Paul Festival, where students can showcase their talents, and MOM, where they introduce their school to the new students, and many others. This event is not just about testing your skills or trying to win, but it's also about facing new challenges, meeting new people, friends, and expanding your experience. St. Paul also provides dorm for students who live far away from Jember or even for students who want to be more independent. The dorm provides some facilities like a room for the student, place to cook, and even to wash their own clothes. This way, students can also prepare themselves for their life in the future. This school not only teach the students academically but also spiritually. Each morning they will have a prayer together and they would also have a chapel together. Each student would also not only learn about their own religion but also other religion. This way, they not only expand their knowledge but also build tolerance with each other. The teachers here are also amazing. Each of them have their own unique way of teaching, trying to make the lesson more interesting. One of the teachers we spoke to shared their own way of teaching their student, which is by this technique called amatir PM, where we student analyze first, try it out, and then do it. This teacher also shows how he teaches the student, where he would greet them with a happy smile, and if there is a student who still don't understand the material quite well, he would help them until they understand. Some students even say that in elementary school, I wasn't doing well in school, but since I got to St. Paul, I can understand the materials very well. The teachers here are also hope the best for their students, hoping they will understand, get a good job, and be an amazing person. And of course, each class would have a special lessons for their own needs. We're great. Thank you.
With me, Cheryl Fulonia, on the St. Paul live broadcast. Since early this morning, St. Paul Senior High School is no longer just a place to study, but every room has turned into a stage full of energy and talent. This year, the school is presenting the St. Paul English Competition as an annual contest for elementary and junior high students. The competition features many special categories. For the junior high students, there are English Olympiad, vocabulary games, news anchor, and speech contest. And for the elementary students, there are vocabulary games, English Olympiad, and storytelling competition. Participants from across East Java are here to join. bring their preparation and spirit to this event. The situation is truly exciting. Some contestants arrive with nervous faces, but once they enter the competition room, their confidence begins to shine. Matthew, as the storytelling competition participant, told us, "My favorite part of this event is that there are so many snacks, foods, and drinks." The coordinator of the storytelling competition said, "We've already been preparing for this event since April because there are so many things we have to prepare." That means this event is long awaited for them. If we look around the school, we can feel the excitement from the elementary participants. Once they finish the preliminary round, they run out and meet their parents. Rafael Nathan, as the coordinator of the English Olympiad, explains, "The biggest challenge when we prepare for this event is when we make the questions. But that is also my favorite part because I can work with my team together." It shows that the St. Paul English competition is not only about competition, but it's also about togetherness. In conclusion, the St. Paul English competition is more than just an annual event, but it's a way for students to practice speaking English as an international language. These events also can build teamwork and togetherness that will be used in daily life. That's all from me. Thank you for watching.
Good morning. I am Fikita Wijaya with today's local news. A new report from a school in Jimbo City left us amazed. St. Paul School is holding one of the biggest English competition in the city. This competition is called Spec. Spec stands for St. Paul English Competition. Spec is an amazing English competition that was invented 4 years ago. This year, junior high school Spec has 130 participants around the city, or even out of the city, with the topic of digital games for language improvement. Spec starts at 7 a.m. to finish, which is estimated to be done at 4 p.m. Spec helps students improve their English with various competitions for junior high school students. Ma'am Hedwig, the Spec coordinator, said, "We win a lot of English competition already. We want other people to have a chance and an opportunity to win, and that's why we invented Spec." Junior high has 4 competitions in total. First, we have speech. Speech has 90 participants in total. Second, we have vocabulary games. Vocabulary games participants are around 30 to 40 with 15 to 20 semifinals. Third, we have English Olympiad. They have 75 participants and 38 semifinalists. Lastly, we have news anchor with 10 participants. All of Spec competitions take 6 finalists to compete and become the winner of Spec 2025. Judges write their score on a piece of paper and give it to the scorer, and the scorer will sort it with an app called Excel. and they take the highest score as the winner. During the opening speech, the principal of St. Paul, Bruder Gora, gave us a great quote that all participants can take. We're all winners here. Whether if we win by the judging of the judge or not, we're still winners. We asked some students that are participating in Spec, and their answer might surprise you. Or maybe not. One of the students who called Lady Kathleen said that I joined Spec because it is such a huge opportunity for me to experience more experiences, and I feel quite intense here, but the committee are so kind that I feel joy doing this competition. We asked another student called Kit Lionel William Nika, and he says, the competition was great and I'm trying this to win. Winning SPAC means a lot for participants. The winner of the competition will win 50% off development fee here in St. Paul. The second winner will get 40% off the development fee, and third will get 30% off development fee in St. Paul. One of the communities named Natalie said, it's fun to be in community spec, but the downside is we go home late to prepare things for the competition, such as making vocabulary game from scratch. The committee work is so hard and amazes most participants. It's never too late to start your journey in spec. Join spec and be the winner of spec. I'm Fikita Ganawijaya, and see you on our next broadcast. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Gwen Christabelli with today's news. St. Paul Catholic Senior High School was highlighted for their quality of education. Many parents and senior high students are interested to enroll in St. Paul Catholic Senior High School located at Jalan Trunojoyo, 22C, Jember, because of their engaging and high quality of education. St. Paul Catholic Senior High School has its own unique vision and mission. It talks about the Catholic education, which aims to encourage young learners to develop their academic and non-academic skills, along with spiritual character through Carmel values, including the Carmelite charism, responsibility, respect, leadership, and more. Not only for their education, they also have a friendly and supportive environment for the new students. The environment is filled with nature, which makes students more relaxed and engaged through their way to class. The iconic statue of St. Paul is located in the middle of the school. It is to maintain the school's spirituality. St. Paul Senior High also teaches the students to tolerate other religions. The teacher is really fun. Even if I don't like the subject, the teacher makes it fun. The process of learning in each subject is different, said Angel, one of the students in the 10th grade. St. Paul Senior High also provides various interesting electives along with the facilities, such as the band, culinary art, badminton, basket, and more. Students are allowed to choose 2 electives to chase their own dreams and passion. Positive thinking with positive actions, said Pak Gutman. The math teacher also hopes that every student will have a bright future and success once they graduate from St. Paul Catholic Senior High School, Jember.
This year's annual event, like Spec, SPV, or MOM, makes the parents, teachers, and students more enthusiastic than ever. No wonder St. Paul Catholic Senior High School is highly recommended for senior high students. That's it for today's news. Stay tuned for our next section. Thank you and good morning.
Can I start now? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're currently watching St. Paul News live broadcast. I'm Audrey Clarissa Dharmachandana with today's newest story. Today, on Saturday, 20th of September of the year 2025, SMAK St. Paul has held a yearly competition that is called St. Paul English Competition, or Spec. This year's elementary school competition consists of 3 divisions, such as English Olympiad, storytelling, and vocabulary games, with about 70 participants who came with their parents and teachers. This competition has been prepared since the beginning of the year 2025 with simulations by all the students from SMAK St. Paul, including the non-committees. We talked to Nathan, the coordinator of the English Olympiad competition. The preparation for this competition is very interesting, along with the collaborations with other students of SMAK St. Paul. We met a parent of one of the competition participants. The committees are quite professional. They guide the elementary contestant from the beginning of the competition and treat all the students fairly. The information they give are also very clear and easy to understand. As for the division, every elementary student must only pick one division to join. Each competition they join will be judged based on different points. For example, in the storytelling competition, each team of 2 students will be graded based on how they deliver it, their property, fluency, and teamwork. But overall, each division encourages young kids to improve their English understanding and confidence. We also talked to Matthew, one of the participants of a storytelling competition. My friend and I were very nervous at first, but I hope we can get one of the trophies. But as what Bruder Gora as the headmaster has quoted, everybody here are winners. Joining this competition doesn't mean we have to win first place to be the best. The important thing is we have to always keep learning and improving ourselves to be the best of ourselves. That is all from St. Paul News. I'm Audrey Clarissa Dharmachandana and thank you for listening.
Good morning, I am Oluan Ezra Arana Samosir with inspiring news for students and teachers. A yearly competition that is held by St. Paul High School is giving a lot of inspiration. How St. Paul English Competition 2025 is giving a big impact for students' character development. This year's competition is divided into two groups, junior high school and elementary competitions. There are four divisions for junior high school's competition: news anchor, speech, English Olympiad, and vocabulary games. Ezio Jonas Effendi, one of the vocabulary games participant, explains all about his feelings. I feel nervous about this year's competition, but on the other hand, I feel so happy. He had been delegated to join the Spec for 3 years in a row. His first experience joining the SPEC was winning a debate competition. For the last 2 years, he joined vocabulary games in terms of trying new experiences. With his goal in improving his skills and becoming the winner, he did his best for his performance. We all interviewed Belicia Zaneta Leandra Awoy, a participant of English Olympiad. I love to improve my English and also get new experiences. For me, I feel confident because I spend my time more on studying and taking notes. This proves that the St. Paul English competition really gives a big impact. It motivates students to use their time well on learning and gaining experiences, which is fantastic for a foundation to begin the teenager's life. The mindset of improving ourselves is also given by SPEC. It is proven by the participants' backstory and progress on how they achieve their goals in the competition. The moral is clear. The goal of joining a competition is not just to become a winner, but it make a winner and a medium to give self-improvement and learning life skills. That is all from me for this time. You can stay up to date with the wonderful information by St. Paul News. I'll be back this evening with the evening update.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity to give the evaluation. Uh, Today, hic et nunc, now and here, I almost forget about English. Sciu linguam Latinam, quia studiu illam linguam in longe tempore. Yes, I almost forget English because for a long time I studied Latin language, and now I am writing books. Besides English, I learn also lexic. I knew a lot. I knew a bit about Aramaic and Hebrew. That's why I appreciate that your English, especially your writing, is very good. Your writing is you are better than my English when I was in junior high school. Agreed. Very good. For professional, you only make some little grammatical mistakes. Yeah. It can be neglected. So probably for written tomorrow, you can pass. So thank you for your effort to learn English better than me. And then, I only focus on writing, right? Because almost every day I write, I read, I write and publish my my work on the interpretation of the Bible in www.net. Almost every day, so that everyone can learn from that website, especially vocabulary. So, uh, when you read news, your eyes focus on the camera. Do not focus on the text. So when you are a news anchor, just focus on the camera and try to memorize the information in your mind. So you can speak freely. Don't think about the text. Your English, some expression probably can be different, but speak freely, although you make many mistakes, no problem. Always remember. So, your English, the written one, is very good. Thank you.
Yes, hello. Right, yes, I think at some point I agree with Mr. Eko, right? But before I go there, so maybe I would like to congratulate all of you for making it this far to the final. And I know there are a lot of participants And I know a lot of students at the other side of this building joining English Olympiad. Why? Because most of them do not have the courage to be standing up in front of other people speaking in English. So in that way, joining these competitions, you guys are already winners. Okay, so all the participants joining speech contest and also news anchor, because I believe standing in front of other people is already a big thing. So that's the biggest battle rather than speaking English itself. So like standing up in front of other people. So I think that's the biggest challenge, right? Okay. Okay, so first of all, I think you guys all have great confidence. So yes, you managed to stand up, and I see that sometimes there was one or two words missing, but you managed to overcome and making it not very obvious for us to see. Second of all, I can see that you guys are very creative, especially for this final, because even though everyone is talking about the exact same thing, but there are some points where you guys create different things. So I would say that the content is original, and it shows your creativity, which is very good. Okay. One or two things that I want to emphasize is, first of all, like what Mr. Eko said, it's the eye contact. Because like I was pretending to be the audience in front of the TV. So I felt like if I was not looked, then okay, why should I be listening? Right. So as a news anchor, we want people to pay attention to us. So first of all, you need to grab their attentions. How? Of course, by the eye contact, by a very strong eye contact. Okay, there are three. There are some people in the room. Try to look at each of them in the eye. Yes, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Okay. Second of all, I think some of you think that is also because of the nervousness. So people tend to speak faster when they're nervous, and I think that's what I can see. So, like what Mr. Eka suggested, if if the information is in your head, you may be able to slow it down a bit, okay? Calm down and look at everybody in the eye. Okay, if you are actually scared to look at them in the eye, try to look at them at the forehead. Okay, didn't see much different. They will still think that they're looking at you. Okay, but yes, you guys may speak too fast and may stick to the words, to the text that you have written, which is, okay, this text is actually your weapon, right? But you don't have to use that weapon all the time, right? Okay, yep, I think that's it. Third of all, I think this is minor but may be important, because we're pretending to be the people, the audience watching the news. We want something that is big, something that is, I don't know, something that that is catchy. So like there might be some information that, wow, really? Oh, okay, this is nice. But some are like, why are you telling me this? So those kind of things. So you may want to focus on the big things about the competitions. For example, I like when you guys tell us what other people say. So it's like, oh, okay, so this is really a news. Okay, okay, oh, so this is what other people say. This is what this participants say, for example. That is a good thing. Okay. Also, some minor or major content. I think in the news reading, that makes it catchy. Okay, the content is nice. Okay, this is good information, that kind of thing. All right, okay, I think that's it from me, Mr. Irul.
Okay. The last but not least, I think you have got some notes from Mr. Eko and Miss Nila, right? I just want to give you a little detail when we were in this competition. Because in final round you are isolated and you have to find your original ideas about the topic. but I'm afraid some of you not stick on the topic. What I mean is grabbing, you're trying to, oh, this is good. I want to put it this. I want to put it this. It's too long. And the what means it's wow, like what Miss Nila said, people will, wow, that's a new. Okay, so I found some of you write too long in my point of view. Actually, you can make it into more strict, detail, and wow. Don't speak too fast because I'm still thinking you're because of too long and then you speak too fast. In the news, look at that. If you were a news anchor, usually the pronunciation and detail pronounce a word by word is clear. And there is some important thing that, oh, this is very good to know. Okay? So you have to select which point that you're going to use for your point of view in your news. The other one, yeah, again, tone. Tone, because one sentence to another, there is a different tone. Because you want to tell to people this is important. And the other one is not important. So you're going to make it into slow a tone in that sentence. Not the same. Be careful on that. So maybe you want to look like speech, and you forgot you were a news anchor. Sometimes the tone is really important to make it so people know, this is important. Yeah, maybe just a little note. But so far, I would like to appreciate, because you are sitting here, it's the winner for me, because I know it's not easy, because it's need what Miss Nila, what Pak Eko say, it's confidency, controlling, the mentality when you are in front of the people. And I believe in the future, you will be the very great public speaker. This country need that kind of person to promote Indonesia in the near future or next future, right? And you will be the one. Maybe that's what I can say. So far, everyone has done your best. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I wish that next time I could see you in more, prestigious and excellent situation promoting Indonesia in the future. Thank you.
When you write, news, stories, and many others, you can get the help from ChatGPT, or many other applications. But don't forget that you have to be your own. The most important is to be original. Right? That is, you can add with your own ideas. And then another sources from ChatGPT and many other tools. It is only a tools, and then you can edit. And make sure that the result or the end of the product is what you master, so that when people ask you, you can answer spontaneously by your own ideas, not from according to this text. That is the point. One point. The second point is, don't forget to read a lot of books. Don't forget to read a lot of books or many articles from many sources, like this one. I usually bring books that I have given by a friend, the Bishop of Surabaya, Romo Didi, a close friend. So, write and read. In 40, in 400, in 400, a great person said, Tole et legi. Tole et legi. Tole, get and read. That is the work of intellectuals. Thank you. Okay, thank you. At 3 p.m. Okay.